What are we looking at, Arcane?
This game was very good.
Okay,
From what I remember.
Ivor and top, that sounds fun. Okay, full clear down. Do we have any idea where he started? He looks like he's pathing downwards. Okay. Or he's just really slow in his clear. Okay, we do crab on spawn. Maybe now we can look at double crab. Good W. Our last time I was yelling at you that I didn't yell, but I was complaining that you weren't using your W enough, but that was a perfect W. Got kill into double crab. Obviously you didn't have to flash, but it's fine. I think the only reason why you flash is because your camera control is bad. There's no point to see this bottom of the screen. This bottom. Oops, I can't draw straight. This gives us nothing. So if you just increase it up, then the bottom of your screen should be this, and then this would be the bottom, and then it'll go, and then you'd see everything above you, and you'd see his exact HP, and you know, oh, he's so low. There's no way he can live because he's just gonna die to ignite probably. But it's fine. It's still good. It's just slightly can have better camera control. For example, if we had flash, maybe you'd flash Q here and he'd actually die. So having flash did make a pretty big difference. That's all good. Open to this, clear down. Nice, you guys flash. Base for stop him. Okay. Don't forget the W. Let's see balling conditions. Can you take it over? Nah, it's hard. You're balling stuck in our tower. Have to just leave. But still, even delaying it, the dragon's still really big. We got a solo kill. Sal's getting sim. Let's see the direction Sylas walks. Sylas walks upwards. Yeah, you're just looking to trade. So if he walks up, you'll go dragon. If he walks down, you'd go to grubs. And this is nice because all your camps are spawning downwards as well. So it's really convenient to trade grubs for bot side. I would be looking to start this dragon or gank bot. I think you're overfixating on mid. Um, if their bots put this way, if their bot's pushing, that means they're gankable. And if their bot isn't pushing, then we can just pull dragon, right? So either way, it's a win-win. And also like their bot is also playing. Kai'Sa's also immobile. Like her dash is kind of fake. So you show up with your red buff and your W and your the W slow, and I think you could just run them out. I don't think you're gonna kill them. I just think you're gonna force bot prio and then pull dragon off that bot prio, because you already have a stronger mid laner, right? You've killed their Yasuo like twice. He's no flash as well. And I think now you realize that it's a bit slow because I think all this time you're sitting here, Sylas can now base around bot. But I'm glad you at least figured it out because yeah, this guy I mean, I don't think you should smite because now you don't smite for dragon. In my head, the entire point of ganking these guys is to get the dragon. That's the point of the gank. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty. I think we should just do dragon, personally. I didn't realize when do we ult? Huh? Oh, and he's 1v1ing. I see. Too bad Ignite got him. Yeah, it's a good ult. Ignite. I like the idea of it. I don't know. I don't like this. I think this could be game losing. I think it's been too much time. He killed grubs now. There's no reason he could base run after grubs, and he could be basing now, and he could be clearing downwards, and he could base here. He could go like raptors, krugs to bot. Um, he could also be doing like krugs, raptors to top, but then as he's on raptors, if he sees a fight going on, he could pivot. I see no reason why he can't be at this. I think this initial gank is fine because he's still like, if he's basing, he'd be like here right now or like here. He's still coming out of base. So I think this initial gank to chunk their HP and get their flashes is great. Now that Kai'Sa is half HP, no flash, now we could just pull dragon, and even the Sylas is here, it's fine because my bot lane has better conditions and prio, and my mid has better prio. So I think now we just instantly pull dragon. I think looking to dive or continue the fight is bad. I think there's no reason why you can't be face checking Sylas here in a second, or this extended fight happens and Sylas can be walking from try like this, and you will definitely lose this 2v2 if Sylas is here. I think. Not even it's not even a 2v2, it'd be like a 2v3, right? So and it ends up working out. You end up getting a kill and maybe a double kill. So this is really good for you. I just think this is like super high unnecessary risk, and I think just dragon. Boom, get this chunk. Boom, roll W'd out. Kai'Sa's have HP. Perfect. I start dragon. Look at my mid prio. My mid is Omega Prio, Yasuo stuck under tower. Kaisa cannot fight the dragon because of how low she is. And then here, if you spam Bing it instead of your Valiant staying to die, they will just come and leash you, hopefully. So I think you're just too hit kill hungry. If you got the grubs, you should be making dragon a priority. And especially when you have blue buff on Karthus, you do dragon so easily. You just spam Qs on it. That shit dies so fast. I also think that you're so lucky this guy's bad. I see no reason why he couldn't take your Raptors or your Krugs. Instead, he's just doing Scuttle Crab, even though he saw you bot for 20 years. Like this jungle, the enemy jungle is just terrible. I would never flash for a kill like this. I would save my flash for an objective fight. If it was like a shutdown, sure, or a but it's like not even. You got, I guess it was a shutdown. I still wouldn't though. It's like barely a shutdown. It's a small shutdown in the game. I would just full clear. You got this guy's flash. That's already a dub, and now we just full clear down. Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, and the dragon. Okay, full clear down. He does the dragon, so this guy is able to do grubs and dragon this game, even though you're stronger than him, and you have a stronger mid laner, and their ball and their AD carry has no flash. I think you're overusing your E, probably. Yeah. Maybe you thought this. Yeah, I think you're overusing E. You can only kill this with Qs. You're pretty low on mana. You show up to this gank, and you have 300 mana. In this gank, you cannot use E at all. It's Qs and Ws only, and I think you instantly turn your E on. And now you literally don't have Q mana in a second. Soon. You could have two more Qs, one, two, yeah. Oh shit. Hope we land them, and we're out of mana. So just be mindful of your E usage set. I know we're junglers, and we say, oh, junglers have infinite mana, but I guess to a point. There are certain junglers that go way faster than others. Karthus is one of them, obviously. So I think this one is just this entire death could be just chopped up to mana usage. That's it. Any usage. I think you should live there and kill him. That's unlucky. Twice in a row. But I won't say it's a bad ult. I'm not happy about it, but it's for the greater good. I know we're. I'll play it back so we can see what you saw. Do you remember what you're doing here? I have no idea what the plan is here. Did you want to invade him, or what was the plan?
I remember this game.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I would just hit this thingy, and then I would just go do wolves and blue. Well, I have all three bot camps, so I would do wolves, blue, gromp. And if you want to invade his bot side, then we definitely have to this thingy and see any pink wards, any rel. I just think it's. I just don't see any reason to walk into river when you see all three of your bot camps are up, and there's literally a blue trinket right there you could have hit. So just random death. I have no, we shouldn't, no point to being here. If we had flash, we can live as well, but we just have no flash. That's why I hate using flash for the Iron kill. But it's fine, not the worst death. Sylas died. Oh, that's not Sylas. I mean, Kaisa died. Should be 1 for 1. It's fine. He's dead. And the shutdown, so it's chill. Yeah, I'll invade for Leandri's too. Get your 2 items. Find me, I'm pretty happy with with your game. I don't think this kills. Good luck though. I, nope. Last 2 ults I think were not bad. That one, I don't know how many card this games you have, but I feel like there should be a. You should have an idea. This is obviously terrible. I know you want to steal it, but it's Herald. If this is for like a dragon or something, I wouldn't mind. Herald is just the worst objective in the game. I could give a fuck about Herald. Even if you smite it, you're not gonna pick it up. You're literally only doing it just so they can't get it. They see how they killed you before you even got to the pickup zone. So I would just clear down. You have all your camps spawning, or most of them. You do Raptors, Wolves, playing to Dragon. I don't know why you hate Dragon. The game's not even that bad. It's like not the game's not going great, but 9 to 11. But your thing is your game's going fine. You're 2 items. You're level 12. I think there's if you press tab here and we click the items. Let's see if we can play a fight. Everyone's pretty equal except for top and bot. Looks actually no, it's pretty shit. Mid, the only one that's equal is mid. You're equal. 2 items, 2 items. Mid's 1.5. Top. It's kind of hard to quantify these items though because support items are so much cheaper. But he is down 2 levels. Top's really weak for sure. AD carry is also 2 items. It's just fucked. You just have to AFK farm, catch back up in the game. Not even for you. And once all your teammates are 2 items, long 2 items with 2 items, then maybe then you guys can take a team fight. But until then, your job is just to farm up and wait for the enemies to mess up. When you're behind, you just have to play patient and wait for the enemies to overextend, which they're almost always going to do at this level. Because even in Masters, I a lot of the games I just do nothing and the enemy team will lose. So I think your job is to do Raptors, Wolves, and just hope to God they overdive mid tower or overdive a silent tower, right? And then just that's how you punish them and get back into the game. You're not gonna get back by forcing bad plays and just being dead. Like imagine if we're here because we didn't suicide at Herald. I think this is like an example. This could be them overdiving. Like you have your Rel flashing in, you have your E the entire time. You're queuing this guy. Maybe it still goes badly, but this is like the type of plays that are how you come back when you're behind. The enemy team just overdiving, half HP. They still have all their money. They haven't spent their money from Herald. Half HP Ivor now. Just need to be on the map. This LeBlanc just completely fucking inted. Not your fault. Cute poke. This is good trading. Really, really good trading into a kill. This is perfect. I would take this top way too. Fuck it, why not? They're all bot side. Okay, almost have void. Pretty big. E, turn your E on. Okay. Your E's off. Okay. You keep flicking it. Pretty sure when you use this though, you don't have to Q. You can really just walk it in with E. Now that your E is fully maxed, it does quite a bit of damage. So I think here it's a bit insecure, but I don't think you have to Q at all at this point. I think you could literally just run him with E, and 2 ticks of your E will kill him. With Landry's burn and Blackfire burn, you could run him. If you had ult, you can't run him because if you get by NATO, he'll kill you. But since you just saw him ult and you know it's down, um, I think you could just run him with E. This guy should die. And you end up killing with just E here anyways. You see, 2 ticks. And he got Triumph here, so he was even like tankier here than he was compared to here. So just see, you should live there and be able to keep your flash. This is a good example. I mean, like your job is just to farm up and wait for the enemy team to overstep or overdive. Like this is they're just inting. Boom, Sylas just ran in and died for no reason. Gave a big shutdown to Twitch. It's boring, but this is literally it. You just fucking AFK farm, and hope to God that enemy team just starts inting. There's no way to like force like proactive plays when the game is this behind. You just have to try to avoid dying as much as possible, and then you'll scale up. But this is the opposite. We're just running into him and dying. Boom. Even the game looks fucked now. They still need to like break your nibs. They still need to, they have no siege, right? They have no like Caitlyn or Zoe or Xerath, right? They have to. The only way they're gonna break your base is if they just tower dive. And Karthus loves being dove because he just puts up a Z and says, please dive me. If I die, I'm just going to do 5,000 damage for my death. You know. Um. So the game is fucked, and I don't think it's your fault, but still need to play the proper line, which is just, dude, imagine you're here for this fight right now. For a perfect example, imagine you're not dead and this fight's going on, because again, this is again they're overextending. Boom, Ro dives into E. Now Yasuo's just swimming in your E this entire time. Kai'Sa ults in, swimming in your E. I think these guys are triple killed. I think Kai'Sa, Yasuo, Ro all died to Karthus E and Karthus ult in this fight. and then this is like boom. Imagine they get aced, they all die, and you guys just go and do Baron. This is boom. That's how boom. You're back in the game. Just that quick. But if we're dead, these opportunities won't present themselves. So and again, now the game's over. And I don't think this game is your fault. Your team, you had every lane lost except for top. I think in early game you have to. I think this game. I saw you ace like 3 flashes. A. I think the really big early game point that I really didn't like was the first dragon. Like the second you see this guy go to grubs, you should be this dragon should be a prioritization. I can't say the word right. You should be prioritizing this dragon. Thinking about right now, the second you get Kaisa's conditions, insta pull dragon, but you kind of like end up wasting like 20 seconds walking around looking for a kill. Balling dies anyways. Then we clean it up, but it's a 1-for-1, so it wasn't even that good. And then he gets dragon. Just have to recognize, and then here same thing. You second flash for a kill that you didn't even get. And then here just the mana usage. So I don't know. I think the game was close. I think at this point, like the game was completely winnable if we got the first dragon and then we kill this guy and live. The score would be 8-8. It would be a dead even game where they got the first grubs and you got the first dragon, and that's a very obviously fine trade. But I think it just again we waste flash. We don't have it here. Um, we lost first dragon for no reason, and then bot dying 2v2 is not your fault. Or I guess I got ganked, but yeah. So I don't know. Kind of, I'll say it's an unfortunate game, but I also think that you still have way too many deaths, like the usual. Like this death was pointless as well. Your first death was also super avoidable. So just dying too much. This death was a good death. Dying for a shutdown was completely fine. So I don't know, too many deaths. I think not prioritizing the dragon enough. Again, same thing. Just I know what you're going for steal, but not worth your death. Just do your Raptors Wolves and try to stabilize the game. So, any questions? Anything I didn't look at you want to talk about?
No, no.
All right, sounds good.